Paul Pierce, who had the Blazers by 20 at 5 o'clock on Saturday, and the Warriors by 6, not even an hour later. My name is Michelle Beadle. There's a season on the line right behind us tonight. This is Countdown.
Where do you go when you're not even safe in your own home? Game 3 left the Portland faithful saying,
"We've seen this movie before."
And we walked out on it the first time. Running and gunning to a first-half lead. Gassed and dashed through the second.
Draymond Green in attack mode.
Draymond cranking a triple-double in just 3 quarters.
It's a team that senses blood, and they're going for the kill.
Steph being Steph.
We'll keep that same mentality no matter what's thrown at us.
Trapped, double-teamed, overwhelmed.
You up against the wall of defense. Sometimes it's 3 defenders.
Doesn't matter. Dame must find a way, injured or not.
It's a little harder to breathe.
The Trailblazers have 2 choices.
Or they will be on vacation.
Or get busy stealing 1 win in their own house.
You don't look like you want to fight. I'm going to stop this.
Warriors, Blazers, Game 4 next on ESPN.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew.
Blazers fans told us their crowd was the loudest in the league. Recent evidence suggested, it's up there. They're going to be roaring tonight, trying to help their team survive to play another day. Will Dame's time this postseason run out? He says his team's got a lot to play for as they look to avoid ending a 3rd straight season in a sweep. Before we get to the drama of who wins, we need to find out who plays and in what condition they're in. For that, we go to the greatest, Doris Burke. DB, what do you have for us?
Hey, Michelle, I'm going to begin with Damian Lillard, who did tell me in a conversation just a short time ago that left side, his ribs with the separated rib, is sore. He feels it most when he's winded, but he does not believe that he is playing poorly, just that he's shooting poorly. As to the 3-0 deficit, an insurmountable odd to this point in NBA history, here's his take on it.
We've been a great team all season long. We do know that we're capable of beating them. And 2 of the next 3 games are on our home floor, so I think we start off by just getting 1. That's been our mentality, is just get this one and then try to go get one on the road and make it back home, and here we are. But I think the most important thing and the message the last 2 days has been just win the next game.
On the other side of things, Andre Iguodala is out with that left calf issue that he tweaked in the first quarter of the last game. An abundance of caution probably for Steve Kerr, as this has been an ongoing situation. One thing to note, and I think this is a serious demeanor you've seen from the Warriors across the board. They felt like in the Clippers series, because that extended a little bit further than they wanted, that they were, quote, messing with the game, and some injuries popped up as a result. Their intention is to come in here and win, Michelle. We'll see if that happens.
Very interesting. Thanks, DB. The Andre Iguodala part, Paul, tell the people how important he is to his team and their run.
Well, he's very important because he's a versatile defender. He's a guy, when they get in the switches or man-on-man, he can pretty much take pressure off of anybody on the court, 1 through 5. On offense, he takes ball handling responsibilities away from Steph, from Draymond, and he makes plays for these guys so they can be shooters on the perimeter. Clay, Steph. So, he does a number of things. He's also a guy who's hit big shots. This is a former Finals MVP we're talking about, a veteran who knows his way around the block. This is a big blow for them because if you remember, when they lost to Houston last year, he was out. And I think that was a big part of them losing and going 7 games with Houston because he was out.
Yeah, he's a big part of their postseason. Damian Lillard, look, he's never going to admit it, but how much do you think that injury has been affecting him in this series?
Well, that's one of the things I like about him. He's not going to use that as an excuse. I'm sure it's hurting. I haven't had that injury, but I'm pretty sure it's having an impact on him. But the biggest impact is the way that the Warriors are playing him. They're trapping him every single time. They're not leaving the trap until he gets rid of the basketball. He nor the coaching staff has been able to figure out how to break him free from those traps. So that's the biggest impact on the reason why he's not playing great. He's not playing poorly. He's just not playing great. But if we think about it, outside of game 1 in the last series with Denver, he wasn't fantastic either. They trapped him, did the same kind of thing. So Dame is going to be fine. I love the fact that he's playing hurt. He's taking responsibility, and he's continuing to try to build some confidence with his guys.
And we know the history of being down 3 games like they are, 0-3. What do? You're the Trailblazer. Your approach tonight is what?
I got one question for my esteemed brothers. Have you ever been swept?
I can't remember, but
that means yes.
I can't remember.
I've
The
been
answer's
swept.
yes.
Right.
Yes, I have.
I've been swept as well.
I probably have.
In a best of 5. And that's a buzzkill for the year. It's hard to enjoy everything that you've accomplished because that's almost like getting knocked out in the first round. And so for them to be on the verge of getting swept for 3 straight years, that's only happened to 5 teams in the history of the NBA. It's really important for them to at least try to come out and get a game so their fans can celebrate this year as opposed to leaving with a salty taste in your mouth because you just got swept.
Yeah, it's a tough way to end what was a good season.